What's happening, what's happening, what's happening? Of course, you know it's your boy B-High Radio Shouting. Stepping in the building, I got my St. Louis fam off in this thing. Chingy, what's good with it, boss?
B-High, what's happening, what's happening?
Man, first of all, appreciate you pulling up on a player to kick Flav today, man.
I'm in the A, I said, you know what, let me go holler at B-High.
Hell yeah.
Yes, sir.
I mean, Chingy, can we take it straight from the top, though, man?
Straight from the top.
When that music bug hit you, man, what was it that made Chingy say, you know what, rapping is something I love to do, and I might have to take this out for a whole career in this thing?
Yep, so you know what, when I figured out I wanted to do music, it was at an early age, like 85, 86.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I was always, of course, I loved Michael Jackson, R.I.P.
Yeah.
Michael Jackson made me want to entertain. He's such a great entertainer, man, but it was kind of when Eazy-E came along. You know, I wanted to be like Eazy-E.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna lie.
The motherfucking real.
Yeah. So R.I.P. to Eazy-E. I wanted to be like Eazy-E, and I was like, you know what? I can do that.
Yeah.
You know, rhyming and things. I was like, I can do that. So I started trying to do it. I started writing my own little lyrics and stuff at like 6, 7 years old. But it was sounding pretty decent for, you know, me being a young age. But I was just emulating the artists like Eazy-E and DJ Quick too. Two of my favorite artists. Two of my favorite artists to this day. And so I was like, I can do this. So that made me want to get into rapping, Eazy-E. But Michael Jackson, the entertainment side, being on the stage and knowing how to perform. And so I was like, you know what? I think I'm gonna give this a go.
Okay.
And you know, at 6, 7 years old, when a kid grows and becomes like 7 years old, you pretty much, that's the point where you know what you want to do. And at 7 years old, I knew music was what I wanted to do.
Coming up in St. Louis with it though, man, because I mean, even to this day, it's still real in the field out there,
real
man.
in the field
So I
out
mean,
there.
what was that like with you coming up in St. Louis?
Coming up in St. Louis, okay, so I come from my daddy's side of the family is pretty much was my aunties, uncles was pretty much all in the street.
Okay.
Dope, selling this and that. My mama's side of the family, my uncles, cousins, everybody off into the street.
Yeah.
And on both sides, was gang related, bloods. You know what I'm saying? And so it's a long story to it, but I'm still give it to you because I come straight from the ghetto, just like most of the inner city artists who trying to make it out. You know what I'm saying? So that had influence on my music, and we stayed somewhere everywhere in St. Louis, from the projects. I grew up on the north side, Beacon, Walnut Park. And we stayed in the county, so I grew up somewhere everywhere. And I was involved into the streets. I thought I was a blood, getting it from my older brothers was bloods, and so of course I'm trying to emulate what it is that my older brothers and cousins doing. And so drugs, you know, selling drugs, weed, coke, whatever the situation is. You know, the normal stuff when you're growing up. And at this time, you know, early age, I want to say about 10, 11. I started smoking weed when I was 10.
My God.
You know what I'm saying? So I'm emulating what's around me. You know, my daddies, my uncles, my cousins, and everything. So that had a effect on the way I was growing up. But I had a journey towards a goal. Yeah. That was music.
Answer me this though, Chingy, with you not seeing much other than dope game success, what was it that gave you that mindset to say, okay, I can make it out of here and I can do the most with my life in a whole nother arena, even though this is what I'm being presented with right now?
What made me say I can make it out, even though that's what I was being presented with? I looked at my surroundings. I looked at the individuals around me, whether it was my father, my brothers, my cousins. I said, you know what?
Yeah.
I don't want to be like that for the rest of my life. Like, this is all it is.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I said I gotta set some goals for myself, and I gotta go towards those goals and accomplish those goals. And so at a young age, I had my mindset. And at 9 years old, I was on a mixtape in St. Louis like that. I had it. My cousin Ice. He was a drug dealer. He was getting a lot of money. He was 17 with $1 million. And so a homeboy of ours, may he rest in peace, Kilo Manson, stayed on Alcott. I'm from Beacon, and so over there you had Beacon, Alcott, and Davis in the bad blocks, and these is all bloods. And so Kilo Manson, my cousin, was funding his mixtape. Everybody knew I was the little young rapper around, and my cousin was like, we're gonna give you a song on the mixtape. And the song was called Knuckle Up. I was 9 years old. I still remember a piece of that record as well. You know, I'm gonna spin it for you just because it's interesting.
Come on with it.
You know what I'm saying? I'm 9 years old, and so I was back then. I was growing up kind of as a battle rapper.
Yeah.
And that verse when knuckle up with a smooth pace, I'm beating like hard bass. You thought you was hard, that's why I'm taking it to your face. And I'm not the type to give up on the cool beat. I'm coming through the doors, breaking the shaking concrete. I'm loped out, and all these niggas get choked out. Capacitate the room, and everybody get smoked out.
Wait a minute, 9 years old, nigga?
Yeah, 9 years old, man. But that's when I was battle rapping. Yeah, but 9 years old, I was trying to compete with the best of them in the city.
Crazy. So come on, man. Nigga barely even thinking at 9 years old.
Yeah, but like I said, I had a straight goal. Music was what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I was pushing for it.
Okay.
And it kept me going.
Those early groups, man, I mean, talk to me about that. Just joining those groups and being in rap groups, because that's one of the things that folks find themselves doing off the porch. Just like, you know what, let me go ahead and join this group, fellas, and let's make it as a team.
You know what? And so, speaking of early groups and joining groups, this is around when I'm like 11. A friend of mine, well, my brother was friends with a guy who's like a brother to me now named Jamal. And we used to always go to this skating rink called Saints. You know, everybody show off their fits and you know what I'm saying, bad girls. And so Jamal had a little brother named Justin. And so I not knowing it's Jamal's brother and Jamal is cool with my brother.
That's right.
I clicked up with Justin at Saints and we just became cool.
Yeah.
So one time I went over his house and Jamal was there. I'm like, damn. He like, man, you Mikey little brother and woo woo woo.
Yeah.
So me and Justin became real cool and I taught him how to rap. And so around this time, like I said, this is about 90, 91, 92. I taught him how to rap, and my name was Slickso.
Slickso?
Slickso. So my older brother, OG, gave me the name Slickso because when I would battle rap against cats, he said I was like the slicker, thicker lip zipper, make them shut up. And so he gave me the name Slickso.
Yeah.
I named Justin J-Dog because his barking his bite was lyrics. He was real rough. His voice, you know, he was inspired by Tupac. At a young age, and so he was real rough. So I named him J-Dog. You know, I think that's typical for back then. Growing up, you know, the 90s.
You gotta have a J-Dog.
You know what I'm saying?
You got to.
So I made the name of the group called LSD, Lethal Substance of Dope. This is 92. This is what really let me know, okay, this can be done. We entered in a talent show on the east side of St. Louis at this, I think it was at this time it was called Club 24/7. In this talent show was it was a lot of rappers, it was some R&B singers, it was some dancers, it was some comedians.
Yeah.
A lot of them. Well, me and Justin LSD, we came in first place. First place, we had the big ass froze and shit. We came in first place. We got it was some tickets to a conference, a music conference in Miami. And what else? Well, I forgot what else it was, but we didn't really care about the tickets to Miami. We gave them to our mamas.
Yeah.
So they can go to Miami and enjoy it. We was just grinding. And so that day getting first place out of comedians, R&B singers, dancers, and rappers, I said, yeah, this is definitely what I'm finna try to do.
Okay, so
and that's one group I was in.
What happened with the next one?
Now, okay, this is 92, 93. Let's move a little forward to 95, 90 to 95. Now, Misfit, well, who's now Misfit, it was J-Dog. His name is now Misfit because he became to be bad as fuck. Like the little dude, he just was bad as hell. That's my dude still though, but shout out to Misfit. But okay, so now we got another homeboy named Mike. His name MGD. We all went to school together.
Yeah.
And so we all three used to hang. This is 95. We all three hung, you know, just riding around, going to say, you know, bagging girl, all that shit youngsters do. And somehow, at this point now, we done called ourselves Without Warning, but we done added Mike to the group. So now it's three of us. This is 95, 96. And, you know, we grind the same thing. Me, I'm working at Burger King, selling weed, trying to coming up with money to get studio time. So I would fund studio time for all of us, and we go. I would just make a beat from scratch so we can rap on, because we didn't at this time, we didn't have no producers, producing the track. So I would make a beat for us to rap on and shit. So we got an album. Okay, before I talk about the album Without Warning, my homeboy, older homeboy of mine, Mook Dollars, may he rest in peace. He was a big, D-boy over in my neighborhood, over there in Walnut Park. He stayed, me and him from the same street.
Yeah.
My hood is 49 Bad Block. So he started a production company called 49 Productions.
Right.
He wanted to make us the breakout artists. He had us, and then he had a group called the Cavalry. These we all from the hood. We all from the same neighborhood. And so from there, he was starting an independent company, and we was like kind of the face of it. So we put out a single as Without Warning, me, Misfit, and MGD, called What's Popping Off. And you can look it up on YouTube and shit, the Braves, the Cars, all the homies, all that shit. And it was called What's Popping Off. Single did really good in St. Louis. We became some little young local celebrities that people knew of. And but dealing with the streets, Mookie and a couple other individuals and stuff, it just wasn't going the way we would like. Yeah. And sometimes when you're doing that, it'll give us weed to sell. Like you know what I'm saying? we grinding though. You know what I'm saying? We appreciate it, but it's like, man, it's gotta be
something. I ain't signing up for this shit.
Yeah, it's gotta be something bigger than this. And Mook Dollars, may he rest in peace, he's he's my friend, he's like a big brother. But so at this time, everybody dealing with their lives. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? This ain't really paying nobody's bills or nothing like that, but we trying. I had my son in 97. So everybody's still cool, but we kind of stretching our own paths. Yeah. We're having kids, and this going on. Shit gets real. Now we still doing music, but at this time it's kind of we kind of venturing off. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I'm venturing off.
Every man for himself.
But we all still cool. Bam. And we'll still make songs and everything, but it was just, I think it was an aspect of us getting wiser, meaning older.
Exactly.
So that's Without Warning, 49 Productions. I'm a stretch to, and this is, I graduated school in 99. Okay. So this still doing music, everything, but still got one foot in, trying to sell weed and be in the street and, do the music. I'm a fast forward to 99, 99, 2000s. When Nelly, the St. Lunatics, got signed. And I got a homeboy of mine named Ahmad, who I grew up with since I was 6. This is Ali from the St. Lunatics' younger brother.
Oh, what up, though, Ali? Yeah.
This is Ali from the St. Lunatics' younger brother. We've been best friends since we was 6, growing up together. God. So me and Ma was kicking it. We used to go to this studio. A guy named Reese had a studio that Ma to be recording that, wanted me to come check out. So we get over there and we just kind of making songs. Yeah. I'm making a song, Ma making a song. Then we start doing some songs together. A friend of ours who was on the road with Ma when the Lunatics and them doing their thing, named One. So he started coming over to the studio when we was making music. Yeah. So we just doing songs together and we like, damn, sound good. This sounds good together. We all doing our own thing, but this sounds good together. At this point, me, Misfit, and MGD, we not a group. We not, like I said, we kind of ventured off into our own things, but we still cool. Yeah. So me, Mod, and One, like, what? Let's give it a try. Let's make some songs together, see what will come about it. This is 2000. We made some great music, made a lot of music, made some great music. And by my letting Ali hear it, he letting people hear when he on the road or with his older brother and them. T Love, who was managing Nelly at the time, was like, we all know each other in the circle, And T Love was like, man, I want to manage y'all. So we like, all right, cool, that's that's cool. Yeah. We don't know them. We don't know the business for real. We just know these are people we call friends and who we deal with. So we like, cool. But Love, Nelly and them was doing a lot of spot dates, like tour spot dates. Love got us to open up on those shows.
That's hard. Yeah.
Yeah, he got us to open up on those shows. So our homeboy Marquise, who been my road manager all these years in my career, he used to drive us around.
Yeah.
So I told him, if we ever make it, you're gonna be my road manager.
Yeah,
Stuck to my word, because he used to drive us everywhere.
Yeah,
and when we would be broke, Keys, he cut her.
Yeah,
and Ma cut her too. But you know, he have a couple of dollars, he pay for things for us. But you know, we all had a little something, not much, trying to help each other out.
Come on,
but he'd take us everywhere. And so on the open up them spot days for that tour, Keys will drive us, and we'll get a van, rent a van, and we'll just hit the spot days. And man, we was rocking that shit.
What was it like for you when you saw Nelly them blow up first, and them being some hometown heroes at the same time too, and then realizing that, okay, they just put the Lou on the map and it's possible?
Well, you know what? Nelly them, I remember, okay, 93 is when I met Nelly, Keywan, Murph, and Spud. Tarboy from Track Boys, who made Jaquan's hit Tipsy.
Yeah.
Tarboy, the producer, me and Justin Misfit, he stayed around the corner from Misfit. We was always over his house. That was our homeboy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? We was always riding together over there, making music together. So this is how I met Nelly and them. They came over there. They trying to get beats from him, just like us. The Starboy did beats. So they was trying to get tracks from him. And I remember, and this is when Nelly rapped fast. Like, he rapped fast. All of them kind of really rapped fast. And after that, though, me, Keywan, and Spud, who was locked up, that's with Nelly now, that got out, me, Keywan, and Spud kept in touch. So, and Spud produced 5 to 6 tracks on that album Without Warning in 95.
Damn.
So these people don't really know the connection.
Yeah.
You know, between the two.
Exactly.
Spud did 5 tracks on that Without Warning album in 95. And we stayed in touch. And before Spud got locked up, I believe now what I'm talking about when we was opening up for him, Nelly and being in the group 3 Strikes.
Yeah.
Right before that, because before the deal was Spud got locked up. I was working on a project with Spud. Spud would always, this before they got the deal, but Spud would always say, yeah, when we get this deal popping, I'm bringing you in.
Yeah.
When we get this deal popping, I'm like, cool, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
but
I'm here for that.
He got locked up and shit. They got the deal popping. They got that shit popping. You know what I'm saying? So people don't know that side of the story.
Yeah.
But I was just touching on that. But back to opening up for Nelly, and them shows was popping, and them becoming so successful and so huge. That was important to me because it lets you know you can do it.
Yeah,
it lets you know you can do it. So I was rooting for him to the fullest.
Yeah,
not rooting for him in the sense of trying to get on. I wasn't trying to get on. I do music. Exactly. This is what I do. Yeah. So regardless of them or not, I was gonna be doing my thing.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? And so 3 Strikes was opening for him. It was great. We was doing our thing, man. And this is like 2000. 2001 come along. Track Stars, who produced Jackpot.
Yeah.
Now, Sham from the Track Stars was in a group called Out of Order. Local celebrities. We knew them because we was Without Warning in 95 and stuff, doing our thing on the road. Out of Order was doing their thing. They had some big records on the radio.
Yeah.
These is our homeboys.
Yeah.
And just so happens they road manager, big homeboy, Doty, was my homeboy, stayed down the street on Beacon. He from my hood.
Crazy.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was all intertwined, and they was on the label PD Wax. That's how I know Sham.
Yeah.
So in 2001 I was with my homeboys. We ran into Sham. It was like, cause I know Sham produce. He know we do music. So we was like, man, let's get in touch and see what we can do together. Come up with some stuff.
Yeah.
This 2001. So you know the normal shit. Still grinding 2001, and we was opening them shows for Nelly and them and stuff, and that process is going. 2002 come around, summer of 2002. I get with the Track Stars, go over Zoe house. This is the summer of 2002. I go over Zoe house. Sham is over there. They partners.
Yeah.
They pop in the beat CD, and first beat that came off was the beat to Right There.
My God.
I said, yeah, I got something to that. Go to the next one. Because when I hear stuff, I just can hear it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so I was like, I got something to that. Go to the next one. And so we was just listening to beats. Next thing you know, cause my mama put me out around this time.
Damn, mama.
Mama put me out, or may she rest in paradise, but mama put me out around this time. And
My
so I'm
God.
like, I say, I go over to Sham, to Zoe place. Sham is staying over there too. It's a 1-bedroom apartment. 1-bedroom apartment.
Yeah.
So Zoe worked in a group called Vegas, a band. He'll be going to work. Me and Sham will be at the apartment eating Emo's pizza and watching Baby Boy all damn day. No bullshit. No bullshit.
I'm with you.
Eating Emo's pizza, watching Baby Boy all day. But guess what? Sham will get on that drum machine.
Yeah.
I'll be right there.
Yeah.
And next thing you know, doom, 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 that Holiday Inn,
Yeah.
the drums, I'll be right there. What you, nothing. I had a little chick I was messing with over there that day. And I was like, hey, come here, say this. What you doing? Nothing, chilling at the, who you with? Sham on the drums. This is how we was creating organically.
Yeah.
Zoa come from off in this band. He'll come, put them instrumentation on top of it. Wow. You know what I'm saying? This is how Holiday Inn was made. This is how One Call Away was made. This is how Right There was made. All in this little bitty apartment.
What?
And we had albums. We had a second album besides Jackpot, and it was a storm that hit. The electricity got cut off. We lost all the music. Some great shit too. And a lot of people don't know, man. Guess what? I wrote Right There when I was in the group Without Warning. I wrote Right There the hook and first verse.
Damn.
I just never did nothing with it. That's how previous it is.
Yeah.
And so, but in 2002, now when we making these records, now remember I said in the summer we got together, me and the Track Stars. 2002, we was making the records like September, October. So we printed up a CD, we put Right There on it. I think Holiday Inn was on a couple other records. I don't think they even made the Jackpot album, but was still some cool records. We sent them off.
Yeah.
Def Jam, couple record labels, I think Universal, but we sent them to Chaka Zulu, Ludacris manager.
Come on.
And a lot of people ask me, am I still cool with them and stuff? When I got in town Thursday, I just went bowling with them.
Come on now.
You know what I'm saying? I'm still my peoples.
That's what it's supposed to be.
You dig what I'm saying? Dysfunctional family stuff. Sometimes you have little issues, but we get through that. What's important is the kinship.
Come on, man.
But we sent them off to a lot of people. Shaka hit back. Now, mind you, Right There was just a verse and a hook.
Yeah.
Shaka hit back and said, tell Chingy to finish that song.
Ooh.
Now, I'm going to back up just a tad.
Take your time.
Ludacris was on the tour with Eminem. That year, 2002, around the time. The tour with Anger Management. Right? Anger Management. Me and the Track Stars went up there and, God was shocking them, and that's how I met them. I don't know if they remember meeting me, but I rapped for Jeff Dixon, Big Jeff, and that's how I seen 20 and everybody. But that I met them around that time. And next thing you know, after that, we sent the music.
Yeah.
And so Shaka said, tell them to finish that. I finished it. We got to mix it. Now, this is November. I finished it. We got to mix and master. Sent it back to Shaka. I think he did some radio stuff, gave it to a couple of people.
Yeah.
December 14, I had my deal, Disturbing the Peace, Capitol Records.
Ooh.
December 14. Now, this seemed like it happened real quick, but I've been on the grind since a child.
Yes, it's 9.
Since 9. You know what I'm saying? And this wasn't quick. It was just time.
Come on now.
You dig what I'm saying? It was just time. So I got my deal December 14th, 2003. Right there is the #1 record in the country, biggest record in the country.